Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Happy to be part of your Friday. This is the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, yours from the First United Bank studio. Let's see. This from the chat line. Central Texas Hank says, "Good morning, dudes. Choice, you ready to have to stop getting up before the chickens? Great job filling in for the cranky old man. Have a great day." Well, I'm sitting next to him. What are you talking about?
Ooh.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding.
I wasn't cranky till
I don't view either of these guys as cranky. Chuck's not. Chuck's a perky dude.
He is. I feel like Chuck, I called him
Chucky.
That was a slip. I feel like Chuck embraces the morning better than I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Random one from the chat line, but I'm with you. Can't wait to see Texas Tech softball team play again. Yeah, you and I talked about it.
Yeah, because that means it's baseball season.
I'm excited for both seasons, Jamie. You and I talked about it, but it's like the expectation next year is kind of, maybe not kind of for some people. Go win the national championship. You're one game away last year, and you added a whole lot of power and pop, so why not?
It's just hard to imagine this team not be preseason number one in every poll and have the expectations of, I mean, you've got the best pitcher in the world, and man, have you beefed up the lineup with some power. And I mean, I guess the only thing that could derail this team is either injuries or being really bad on defense.
Okay.
Right? Really bad on defense.
Yeah. I guess you could run into chemistry issues because you replaced some players off of last year's team. It seemed to be a pretty good unit. I mean, we talk about it in football and basketball. Heck, we've seen the very wrong side of it in basketball. Mark Adams last year and Fardaws Amack.
Last year?
His last year.
His last year.
Mark Adams apostrophe last year. Yes. Mm-hmm. We've seen it where you've loaded up a roster with transfers and what should have been good transfers, and it doesn't work out because chemistry issues. Yeah,
and it feels like over the years I've been almost surprised a little bit at times because I feel like Coach Beard did a great job of it, where they would come in and really mesh together quickly. I feel like...
but there were years even with him that didn't.
Yes, no, some didn't. Yeah. I agree. Okay. But, I mean, some years it was great.
Sure,
and same with Adams, and I think Coach Mack has done a terrific job with it as well. So, clearly it's these guys understanding this is the way college basketball works now.
Right.
Right? And you have to be able to do that, and the players themselves are able to, connect quickly. And that's why, so much of these off-season workouts matter for chemistry and all these kind of things. And so I think players are more used to it than they were back in my day when you played with the same guys for, 4 years and you knew everything about each other. These guys are able to adjust quickly and adjust to different coaching styles and adjust to different teammates. And so it's a credit to the athlete of today that's able to get that chemistry together quicker.
Was that your Chuck impression? The back in my day?
No.
Back in my day.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You see your guy?
Oh boy. Who's this gonna be?
Hulk Hogan. Yeah. He passed. Yeah. I will say, if I had a favorite wrestler when I was a kid, it was him. But I did not. I was not into the whole wrestling game. I get it. That's great if you are. I'm not.
It's one thing that totally confuses me.
What, the people like to watch stage stuff? It's the whole reason people watch reality TV. You know it's staged, but you still go back and watch it. It's for the drama.
I don't know that
right?
I don't know that it's the staged part. I just think, well, how is this entertaining? But I mean, to each his own. I'm not sitting here telling you it shouldn't be on television and people shouldn't pay to go watch it or whatever. I mean, other people would say the same thing about a tennis match. I totally get it. It's one thing I look at and I'm like, where's the entertainment here?
Well, some people find it. Like,
I know, and that's great.
That's exactly how I think when I see people watching the Kardashians, Jamie. But people go to it.
People watch the Kardashians?
Well, they did. I don't know.
Okay.
Script writers are better in the WWE.
Probably.
Well,
but people watch the Kardashians. People watch junk on TV. And again, I'm probably going to crash.
I mean, Clint watches Naked and Afraid religiously every day.
That was
on the
after what I just said. That was poor timing, Jamie. But I think that people find their entertainment different ways.
Sure.
I mean, there's people that don't understand why we love sports so much. It's like, what's the?
And they're weird.
I know they are. I think of them. I'm like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Anyway, so
I get if you don't like a sport. Like if a sport's not your, totally understand.
Cricket.
How do you not like any sport?
Yeah, it's kind of.
How have you not found one?
Kind of difficult to wrap our heads around. But so some people love it. So Hulk Hogan dies yesterday. They do say these things come in threes, but this was a weird 3 this week, right? I mean, we had Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and Malcolm Jamal Warner. Is that how you're saying his name? Yeah. That was a weird 3.
There's also another musician in there too.
Who else did we listen?
He was. I don't know who he was. Like I recognize some of the songs he had done. He was a player in one of the bands that was around. So did he finish the first 3 and Hogan starts the next 3? Like when do we stop counting?
I think
if none of the 3 of us can tell you the other guy's name, then he's not in the group.
Yeah, if you can't, if it's not like a
he's
name,
not in the group.
Yeah, I don't think it counts in the 3. I think these are the 3 because we could name them off, and we're probably affected or watched or listened to something of all 3 of them at some point. So, Yep. So R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. Died of a heart attack yesterday. Y'all bring in your thoughts and comments on the AIDS Flooring Center chat line. Jeff brings you This Day in Sports History. Coming up next on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3. Presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
It's a Friday with the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and DoubleT973.com. He's Jamie. I'm Choice. Jeff McGuire brings us This Day in Sports History.
1941. 41-year-old, so, born 1900.
Okay.
Pitcher Lefty Grove wins his 300th and final Major League Baseball career game as the Boston Red Sox beat the Cleveland Indians 10-6 at Fenway Park in Boston.
Lefty's more known for being a Yankee, though, right?
I would guess so.
That's what I thought of him as, not a Red Sox.
20 years later to the day, New York Yankee slugger Roger Maris hits home runs number 37, 38, 39, and 40 off of 4 Chicago White Sox pitchers in a doubleheader sweep at Yankee Stadium.
I did finish the movie 61 this summer.
Okay, good.
I liked it.
When did you start it?
During football season. Well, I think I was watching it on a plane and then forgot to ever go back to it and finished it. I liked it. Okay, well, you can
1990.
give it to me in a little bit on it.
Can't believe I'm mentioning this. Roseanne Barr sings the national anthem at a Cincinnati Reds San Diego Padres Major League Baseball game.
You're mentioning it because sports fans remember it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like if you were in shipping at the time, you would remember the Titanic hitting an iceberg and sinking.
I mean, this was months before I was born, but I still know what you're talking about and have seen the video.
Why? I know I've seen it. Why have you looked? Why did you effort that out?
I think Jamie's the one who told me to watch it.
Maybe.
At some point. I don't know. It came up in conversation, and I went and watched it. That's
1997, quarterback Brett Favre re-signs with the Green Bay Packers for $50 million on a 7-year deal.
Whoa.
That's huge money. $7 million a season he was getting? Wow.
You're good at the math.
7 times 7 is 49.
Well, what's funny is the $50 million deal. Dak's making 60 this year. Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. That was sarcasm on my part.
I picked up on it.
Okay, good.
I did.
And in 2010, former Red Raider Dallas Braden goes 6 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits in an 6-4 win over the White Sox. Guys, it is National Hot Fudge Sundae Day.
Let's go. Should be on a Sunday, but go on.
I think you can eat a Sunday any day of the week. I don't think it's really about the day of the week.
No, but I'm just saying the day.
Yeah.
If you're going to honor it, Sunday day should be on a Sunday.
There's no morning drive on Sunday.
That's true. They did.
Happy birthday today. Former Red Raider Rodney Blackshear turns 56.
All right.
Go Rodney.
Now, Sunday...
He still lives around here, right?
I think so.
I think he's maybe a shallow water guy. Go on.
Sounds right. I don't know for sure, but that sounds right.
I think. I don't want to misspeak on that.
We got a big special birthday on Sunday.
Big special.
Big special.
Big special. Us.
Okay.
Double T. This station. Happy birthday on Sunday. So, Jamie, if you
16?
hear a voice in the building on Monday morning when you get here asking if they can borrow the keys for the car, since it's turning 16, you'll know it's the building and not us.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At least they're borrowing the keys and not just stealing it. Like some people like to do.
I don't think they took the keys, Choice, just the van.
That's true. That's true.
Happy birthday today to Matt
Still think it
LeBlanc.
was Bullfighter.
You think Bullfighter stole the van?
Yeah, I think it was.
Billy
buy into
Wagner,
that.
54, and Doug Drabeck is 63.
Okay.
And on this day in the year 2000, Air France Concorde jet crashes upon takeoff in Paris on July 25th, 2000, killing 109 passengers and crew on board, as well as 4 people on the ground. The Concorde, the world's fastest commercial jet, had enjoyed an exemplary safety record up to that point, with no crashes in the plane's 31-year history. The investigation revealed that the plane had took off just prior to Flight 4590, had dropped a piece of metal onto the runway. When the Concorde jet ran over it, the tire was shredded, and that was thrown into the engines and the fuel tanks, causing a disabling fire. And that is this day in sports history.
You've brought us deaths on like each of the last 3 days.
Okay, so death is a part of history.
It is.
And if I've got to choose between, like, an airplane crash that was the fault of the plane in front of them, or, some of the other things I get to choose from,
Okay.
at least this one, it was in France.
At least it was in France, I guess. Okay. That's fine.
Sometimes I deal with the lesser of two evils.
Fair enough. Y'all can keep chiming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. See, Aaron Rodgers threw a pick in his very first pass.
I liked his answer.
Well, I didn't see his answer.
He said, glad I got it out of the way with early.
I figured he'd say something like, I was just trying to be generous, be a good teammate, make everybody feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, too.
Yeah.
Want to make friends with the DBs?
Yeah,
too?
got to make friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed up late. I was holding everybody out, holding everybody up.
I actually gained a lot of respect for Tom Brady when he was in camps. And any defensive back that picked him off got a $1,000 tip from him.
That's pretty fun. I like
That
it.
is great.
That's really smart, too.
Anybody that picked him up, $1,000 tip. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's good.
He wasn't angry with him. It was like, nice job.
Good work.
Here.
I got more money than I could ever use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm only getting younger.
Benjamin Button over there, man. Which I've never seen that movie, by the way. President Donald Trump, Jamie, I'm sure you've seen this morning, but has directed members of his cabinet to develop a plan the next 30 days aimed at preserving college sports opportunities and preventing college athletes from becoming professionals. I think we've already done that. According to an executive order he signed Thursday. Trump's order sets out specific guidelines for preserving athletic scholarships based on an athletic department's annual revenue. It also declares that schools should not permit athletes to accept third-party pay-for-play payments.
Say that 10 times.
That is hard. Pay-for-play payments. The order states that the Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, should use future federal funding decisions, among other tools, to force schools to abide by the administration's policy. So this is getting rid of the NIL? Can't have third party pay for play.
Keep reading.
The NCAA always has prohibited pay for play payment from third parties. In the past several years, college sports leaders have struggled to find a way to stop boosters at the industry's wealthiest schools from paying athletes via contracts that are endorsement deals on paper but function in reality as de facto salaries. So it's trying to get rid of the... didn't we just get something from the College Sports Commission earlier this week that said the opposite of this? I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, it's hard for me to think that you're going to go back to something that doesn't allow what it's suggesting there.
Right.
I think it's one more paragraph down where he talks about, but you can still sign endorsement deals for fair market value.
Correct. So what's fair market?
Who sets the market?
Yeah.
Who sets the market? So is this all about nothing? I don't know. It's a big headline, but don't know what the sustenance is that comes with it.
Yeah.
It is the morning drive. Get to that list of top 25 college football moments of the last 25 years. Next on Double T 97.3.
Your daily dose of sports and fun. This is the Morning Drive Podcast from Double T 97.3. Presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
It's a Friday with a morning drive on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Chois Woodman, Jamie Lent, Jeff McGuire with you this morning. We're rolling through some top plays. The top plays, according to ESPN, of the last 25 years in college football. We'll get up to number 14, which is the Bush Push. I definitely remember this one, which was the Reggie Bush pushing Matt Leinart into the end zone before it was legal. Yeah. You weren't allowed to push a guy from behind. And I think they changed the rule because of this one.
Maybe so.
I feel like it was pretty quick after that. But, so an illegal... It's funny, there are a lot of controversial plays on this list. They're like, well, if we had replay or if they called this right, they would have... this actually wouldn't have been a memorable play. Orange Crush is 13, which is the Deshaun Watson to Hunter Renfrow game-winning touchdown in the title game to get Clemson their first of two championships.
Okay.
The Oh My Gracious play was the scamper by Johnny Manziel against Alabama.
Does he end up throwing a touchdown pass on the play? Is he scrambling? Or is it just a run for a touchdown? Can't remember.
Well, it depends which one they're calling, because I think he did both in the game. I think the later one was a throw, but not certain on that. 11, definitely memorable, the Clowney car wreck. Jadeveon Clowney, when he took the helmet off of the Michigan quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that hit a million times.
Yeah.
It was still just crazy. Number 10 on their list is Champions with an asterisk. It was a questionable
Late
PI call on fourth down in the end zone against Miami for Ohio State. And then Ohio State would go on to win in the national championship in double overtime in 2003.
Late call.
Yeah, really late flag. Superman is number 9, which was Roy Williams' Oklahoma version
against the Longhorns.
Jumping over the line to hit Chris Sims' arm, and I think it was returned for a touchdown, an interception by OU.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that one slightly, but was that a top 10 play? Do you remember?
I mean, top 10, like, cool play.
Cool, but, like, is it most memorable on the... I don't know.
It's memorable to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe because it's 01 and so long ago is why I don't...
You know, the Cowboys would later draft Roy, obviously. And I remember being at the opening ceremonies of Cowboys training camp.
Okay.
A few months later after it happened. And Roy Williams got up on... There was like a stage that they had like a little party on Thursday night or whatever, and I think there was a band playing, all that whatever, and Roy Williams was announced, and he came up there on stage, and there were Longhorn fans that were throwing beer bottles at
Were there
them.
really?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't matter that you're a cowboy now. Wow.
I mean,
That's funny.
It changed the mood in there real quick.
I bet so.
Yeah.
Number 8, Surrender Cobra, which was Michigan State converting on a flubbed punt by Michigan in 2015 and running it back for a touchdown.
That was that long ago?
Yeah, it says 2015, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Definitely remember that one.
Yeah.
That one was, 7 on the list is the prayer at Jordan Hare, which was the Auburn against Georgia play in 2013, where he throws a bomb, should have been intercepted, pops right into the receiver, who was it? Who was the receiver that cut? Anyway, Ricardo Lewis. He caught it off of a bounce and had a 73-yard touchdown with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, and the two Georgia DBs kind of collide and pop the ball up into the air, and man.
Yeah. At number 6, the main reason I'm even bringing this list, they call it 6. I don't know if anybody else calls it that way, but it was. Jeff may have it loaded up. If you
so Harrell in the shotgun from the 28 to throw, goes to the right side for Crabtree. It's caught. He breaks. Oh, he scores! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Unbelievable! Touchdown, Red Raiders! Michael Crabtree has done it. Michael Crabtree makes the catch at the 5, breaks the tackle and scores.
There's still 1 second on the clock, but Texas Tech, unbelievable, Michael Crabtree.
Oh my gosh, can you believe that? We've been saying all second half, Crabtree's been quiet. Crabtree's been quiet.
Oh, they've thrown a flag.
28-yard touchdown.
There's going to be a lot of flags
Well, they're
thrown before this
dropping
is
the
all done.
goalposts to make sure they aren't pulled down by the students.
Wow.
There you go. That's number 6 on this list.
Okay.
Fair? I guess we'll see what's in front.
I'm really not interested. 1 through 5, don't care. That was awesome.
They're not as important.
Yeah.
This one is, it's got to be up there in the top 5. The Horror, 2007, Michigan has a field goal blocked by Appalachian State, who was still an FCS team. In the first game of the year, was Michigan ranked number 1? No, ranked number 5 coming into the season. Mm-hmm. And they didn't make a bowl game, by the way. Got that blocked and run back for a touchdown to win the game.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was wild. I remember that on the first weekend of the season. Number 4, Tua's toss in the national championship game, Alabama against Georgia. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's high up there. That's probably top 10, but I don't know if I put it top 5.
Yeah,
personally. Number 3, Invincible.
Yeah, his play in that national championship
the scamper
game
for the touchdown run.
For Vince Young, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one's top 5. Got to be. Even if he's a Longhorn. Number 2, this might be number 1 on my list.
This is David Collier's favorite, I think.
Boise State Trickeration. So they're putting 2 plays together, which you kind of have to piece these 2
Hook
together.
and Ladder and the Statue of Liberty. Yep.
Yeah, those 2 in the Fiesta Bowl to put Boise State really on the map. Mm-hmm. They beat OU in the Fiesta Bowl. Both of those extremely memorable. And then they topped it off with the proposal from one of the players, the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And then number 1 they've got on this list, the kick six in 2013. Hard to argue it.
Yep, no doubt.
That one's, I think any of those last 3 could have been number 1, but the kick six with Auburn over Alabama, pretty amazing. So pretty good list
for the texter asking the very important question on the chat line: who's the third voice in the Crabtree call? Guys, that's Sonny Cumbie.
Sonny Cumbie, yeah.
Who, if he ever wants to hang up his coaching career, we will let him back into the broadcast booth right now.
I think so. We'll have some Sonny Cumbie. All right, there is some interesting news out there in college football, and we'll dive into it a little deeper in depth, Jamie. But Iowa State is in some money trouble.
Yes,
and this is rather interesting because they're having to halt construction on renovations for
some of the things that they're doing at this point. Indefinitely postponing construction of planned $20 million wrestling practice facility and a $25 million upgrade to Hilton Coliseum. No longer absorbing the cost of sales tax on tickets. That gets paid on to the ticket buyers. Upping annual required donation levels for memberships in the Cyclone Club by 20%. Mandating all sports and support units cut costs, find savings to slow the growth of their overall expenses. We'll get into it a little bit more, but it's it's not good for Iowa State.
They've got a deficit that's over $147 million right now. They're trying to fight. It is the Morning Drive. Jamie's question next on Double T 97.3.
This is the Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Jamie's question of the day on Double T 97.3 is brought to you by Connecticut of West Texas.
All right, I do have a question for you today, and it's not a serious one. I wanted to try to make it a little bit more fun today on a Friday.
Okay.
And just peek behind the curtain, I have given the boys 30 minutes here of heads up, so they know the question already. All right. Jeff has used that 30 minutes to try to make this way more difficult than it needs to be.
Okay.
He's hemming and hawing and going back and forth. He wants to give multiple answers to each part, which he's not allowed to. Okay. He's just
give the question first.
For a way to make it difficult. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
Just have fun with it.
This is fun.
Okay. My question for you today in the 3 major sports at Texas Tech: football, men's basketball, and baseball. Okay.
Okay.
Who are your all-time favorites in those sports that were not necessarily stars? So obviously there's some subjectivity to this of who's a star and a superstar and all that kind of stuff. It can be because you like their personality. It can be because they made one play. It can be because you thought they deserved more credit and should have been thought of as a star, but they weren't. Who are your 3... or who are your number 1 players for each sport? Just favorite players. You're not trying to say they were the best, but who are your favorite players of those 3 sports that weren't necessarily stars? Okay. And it can be any era of Texas Tech sports. It's not the last 5 years or anything, this year's team or last year's teams, whatever. Forever and ever and ever, as long as you've been a Red Raider fan.
I've had trouble with this because there's several that I want to include, so it's hard to narrow it to who that top one is for each sport that aren't stars. I'll start with baseball, and I'm going to go, and he's on the edge of being a star, but I don't think he would be considered that. Michael Davis was a favorite of mine, partially because I love to root for local kids. Mm-hmm. So him coming from Lubbock High.
He has a good story, too, and that, ultimately a guy that had to miss the end of one season, and then came back and was great for you the next year.
Yep. Michael Davis was really high on that list for me, so I really rooted hard for him. Basketball, this one's one I had a bunch of trouble with because there's so many. I mean, from different eras. And I think I'm settling in on Kasib Powell.
Okay, I love it.
Throwing it back a little bit, but I don't know what it was. I just liked his game. I
love his versatility.
Yes.
Man, not a guy that had to feel like he's got to score 15 to impact a game. Could impact it in so many different ways. Rebounding, defending. I feel like he could defend, 3 different positions. A good passer. Just he was.
Yep.
He was a ball player.
Yep.
I mean, he was a ball player.
That's why.
For your first 2 picks, awesome. Michael Davis was terrific.
I'm going to screw it up here for you on the last one, probably.
It's going to be hard for Choice not to win the competition.
I'm going to win. Okay, so the last one is Chris Hudler. Okay, that's the cheat answer because he's family. I will still go the same era.
It's the chair.
Yeah. He's a cousin, so
that's a good reason, though.
He is. That's a good reason. Truly was my favorite player that wasn't a star. But the guy that I kind of just fell in love with in that same era, Nehemiah Glover.
Okay.
It was just he was an undersized dude. Kind of had the chip on his shoulder for that reason.
Way undersized.
I wanted to say Torian Henderson, but he was too big of a star.
I would call him a star.
He was too big of a star because he was a favorite of mine. But Nehemiah Glover, all that same era of mid-2000s, that was it for me.
All right, Jeff.
Football. Bradley Marquez.
Okay.
When you think of really great athletes that we've had here and really great football players, you don't really think of Bradley, but you also then forget, he was also a baseball player for the Mets while he was here. And that was always fun.
The Mets organization.
Oh, Mets organization, yeah. He didn't make it to the pros, but they were the reason that he was here because they were paying for his schooling. He was he was quote unquote a walk-on. And that made it fun with rooting for him that he was a walk-on, but he would have gotten a scholarship if he wasn't going to be playing professional baseball. Oddly enough, really didn't. Just mainly went the wide receiver route in the NFL afterwards. Never got above single A with the Mets, as far as I can.
And he did play. He actually played in the NFL for a little bit, right?
I think so.
With the Rams and maybe a couple other teams.
Rams is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
For basketball, this is where I think he's a star, but he's not one that anybody thinks of immediately when you think of great Texas Tech basketball players. Jay Crockett. He is the one player over the last 25 years that I really wish would have had a chance to play in the NCAA tournament.
He was in my top group for sure. Love Jay Crockett. And if he was on any other team, he could have had.
I think he would have been a star because you would have heard about him. There would have been more wins and all that. He just played.
And he has
a terrible time.
He has a special place.
He had 15 different head coaches when he was here.
And that's what I was like. Yeah. He actually stuck around, and he had, I think, truly 4 different coaches and maybe a 5th different one that recruited him.
Yeah.
So,
great player.
Yep.
Great player.
Baseball, I'm going to go Reed Redmond. He might be my favorite Red Raider of all time when it comes to baseball. Just an absolute vacuum cleaner at third. And it always felt like he could get the clutch hit. Like he wasn't always up there when you needed him to be up there. But when he was there and you needed offensive production, he gave it to you. And again, the number of outs that he created at third. I'm not sure that they can be counted, and we count everything in baseball.
Well, if I had to pick a Redmond, I would go with Hunter. But all of them are good.
I liked Reed too. Okay. I mean, they were all good. But
yeah, and his dad was also good. Also been very good to the program.
Dale. Yeah.
Do you want me to run through these real quick, or do you want to go on the other side? My 3.
Yeah, go first.
Here are my 3.
And then we'll
football. Shannon Woods. Okay. Fantastic story. The block against the Aggies with a pass never gets thrown by Graham Harrell to Robert Johnson.
Agreed.
And his bus trip home from the bowl game, also hilarious. Basketball. Stan Bonowitz, the best alley-oop tosser the Red Raiders have ever had, and a clutch 3-point shooter. Baseball, a clutch guy that could play everywhere, do everything, and an awesome dude, Alec Humphreys. Wish he had stayed around for more than 1 year.
Okay.
Alec was a great human and a really good baseball player, too.
It's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3.
The Morning Drive podcast from Double T 97.3 is presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Getting down to the short rows for the week. It's the Morning Drive on Double T 97.3 and Double T 97.3.com. Double T 97.3 mobile app, as well as yours on TV. Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, whatever device you're taking us in on. We're glad that you've chosen to do so here on this Friday morning. Alongside Jamie Lent, I'm Chois Woodman, in for Chuck Heinz once again today. Jeff McGuire across the way handling us. You can keep hitting us up if you'd like to. We accept your thoughts, comments, questions, hopes, dreams, reactions to Jamie's question of the day. All of it welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that Double T 97.3 mobile app, which you can carry anywhere with you in your pocket. Even listening if you're out in Y-City, Arkansas.
Okay. All right, let me repeat the question again for anybody who was not with us 30 minutes ago.
Yes, please.
Okay. In the three major sports at Texas Tech, football, men's basketball, and baseball, who is your favorite player that is not considered necessarily a superstar or a star?
And
it can be favorite because you like their personality, or it can be favorite because you like the way they played, or like Choice, it can be favorite because it's your cousin.
Whoa!
Feels like a legit
Nepotism.
reason. Feels like a legit reason to me.
It was a legit reason. And there's so many others I didn't mention, but mine were Michael Davis, Kasib Powell.
Oh, man.
That's a throwback, yeah. But he was one of those that I grew up with, and just there's something different when you watch as a kid or adolescent where you kind of just learn to fall in love with teams. That's where Kasib and Andre Emmett were just it for me. And then Chris Hudler or Nehemiah Glover. I left Cody Masters off. I thought about that guy, but
gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sometimes he's one of the good ones.
Maybe you've just insulted him because you're saying you weren't a star.
Oh, darn it. He was in that moment.
Didn't have a game-winning hit in a College World Series game in
That's
Omaha.
pretty good, yeah.
Jeff, you're
he
three.
got us a moment where we got to watch Cam Warren
rumble
down around the bases.
Bradley Marquez for football, the wide receiver that was basically here because of the Mets. For basketball, Jay Crockett. He was the last best player before you started your tournament runs. And then Reed Redmond at third for the Red Raider baseball team.
Okay, and my three were Shannon Woods, Stan Bonowitz, and Alec Humphreys.
All right,
Why do you think that Bradley Marquez would have not been here but because of the Mets? I mean, he would have gotten a football scholarship.
He would have gotten a scholarship, but it was the...
It's not like he wouldn't have...
There was an agreement to where he could do both.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other places, I think he told us, other places weren't going to let him do that, where he could play baseball in the off season and still be a football player. So I think Tech was the one that, and I guess Cliff Kingsbury in particular was the one that allowed him to do both. So I think that's why he said Tech was.
Seems pretty simple. I mean, again, he's a local kid too. Where was he? Which school?
Odessa High, I believe.
Odessa High, yeah.
I believe he was.
Yeah. And that's interesting because supposedly with Mahomes, one of the reasons that Mahomes chose the Red Raiders is because we said he could play both too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think smart move by Cliff Kingsbury there. But I think when it came to Marquez, most didn't. I mean, that's not a normal situation. You can get drafted and just leave that on the table, but he went to go play minor league baseball while being a student. So that's interesting on both parts, the organization, the Mets organization, and
we would have welcomed him to come here and play both sports too.
Yeah, he could have done that.
But then he couldn't have taken the Mets money.
Yeah, he wanted the signing bonus. So.
Gotcha, makes sense.
So, yep, those are good ones. From the chat line, Jamar Wall, Martin Zeno, Jake McDonald, all good ones.
Oh, man, Martin Zeno.
Zeno's a
lefty. Yeah.
Number
Jamar
3
Wall was terrific, no doubt. I mean, his interception against Nebraska is a sigh moment. I was really nervous.
That was
really
something.
Nervous.
That was 08 too, right?
We were about to lose our undefeated season on a missed extra point.
Yep.
In overtime.
Corona.
Should have never been in overtime against that Nebraska team. But
Brandon Francis. Okay. Someone says he wasn't a star at the national level. Andre Emmett in basketball. That's a little too much. I think that goes out. I get it on the national level, but he on
a local level, he led
the Big 12 all-time leading scorer at one point.
Yeah. Honestly, I think he was a star on the national level. I think he was I'm not looking this up. I think he was a third-team All-American too. Andre Emmett. He was.
Yeah, but like I said before, this is subjective.
So it is, but Andre Emmett. We saw that we were watching the dunk contest yesterday that he was in. He was at that time the only Big 12 player to ever be first team All Big 12 3 consecutive years.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
And he led the Big 12 in scoring for a long time. So yeah, Emmett was a star. Corey Taylor, Colby Whitlock, or Jamar Wall, D. Williams, or Mooney, or Crockett. Okay, lots of answers there.
Lots of oars.
Noren Sodiase. That's a great answer.
It's a good one.
Not a star, but as glue piece of a glue piece as you get. In football, I like Eric Morris, emo. Okay. Lance Hughes, Billy Joe, and Stephen Smith. Ooh, Stephen Smith's a good one.
Stephen Smith's a great one.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we're missing somebody who at least should get a mention for the Red Raider baseball team.
Moreno with a long stare home at Redmond. Juggles the ball behind his back. Now comes set at the chest. Brings in the 1-2. Line shot toward the gap. Conley running over, a dive, and a catch is made. An unbelievable, sensational Sports Center top 10 highlight for Devin Conley. He saves the run and maybe saves the win in right center field.
That was a pretty good catch by Devin.
It's a great moment. And Stephen Smith was right there behind him.
With his guns up.
Yeah.
Just one gun up, really.
Someone also said Emmett was a major star, as big as they came in basketball at the time. Consensus All-American. Was he consensus? Pretty sure that constitutes for being a star. I'll look it up. He said, that's like saying J.T. Toppin isn't a star. Oh. Okay. That was their reaction. Safety Ryan Aycock, Tyrone Thurman because he was itty bitty Smurf. Maybe not count because he was a star. Donald Harris, if he'd played football longer.
Okay.
Maury Buford. Wow. We got a lot of mentions here. Y'all can keep those coming in. Favorite non-star Texas Tech football, basketball, baseball players. It is the Morning Drive. Rolling on Double T 97.3.
This has been the Morning Drive Podcast, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction. Check out our library of Double T 97.3 podcasts at doublet97.3.com.